And indeed, it is a good Saturday afternoon to one and all. Here we are again in our Virago Warrior Woman series. My name is Dexter Springer. I am your host for the afternoon, library assistant one attached to the Arima Public Library of the Public Libraries Division of Nales, Trinidad and Tobago. We are on day 11 of our Virago Warrior Woman series. We're coming close to the end. We have 5 more days to go. All right, and we are featuring our author of the month, Mrs. Michelle Borrell, with her upcoming book, Virago Warrior Woman, the Butterfly Edition, and it is launching tomorrow. Please God, in Trinity Mall at 5 p.m. Tomorrow, please God, the 21st, 5 p.m. You don't want to miss that. Gonna have a few books on sale, a few copies, so you can get your hands on it tomorrow, please God. But it will be dropping 100% for sale on the 25th of November, where you can get your personal copy for just the awesome price of $200. Either 2 blue notes or preferably 10 purple notes. $200, and this book is yours. 15 beautiful women that share their experiences and lessons, encouraging everybody who would read that book to stand in their genuine self, in their authenticity, awaken their warrior within, and you will get the courage and strength to go on. You could find out more about Virago on Instagram and Facebook with the handle Virago_global. That is VIRAGO_global. And then they say .com, but I have no .com there. It's just Instagram and Facebook. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome Virago this evening. Been looking forward to this conversation for the entire series. Each and every woman that we have seen has been phenomenal. Each conversation has blessed my heart in so many ways. And today, we're going at it again. And our Virago today stands as the first female stand-up comedian in the Caribbean. She has represented the Caribbean world over, including the Apollo in New York, the Montreal Comedy Festival, and various comedy festivals. She is also the holder of a bachelor's in marketing and psychology and the founder of Nikkiland, a charitable event for children at carnival time. You're all familiar with this by now. She is the multiple Cacique Award winner for her work in theater, Best Actress, Best Production, Original Writing, and Best Producer. In 2008, she formed the first all-female theater production company alongside Miss Penelope Spencer, who we met yesterday, Auntie Penny, and late Mairoon Ali. And it was called Ha Ha Ha, and it's called Ha 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 Productions. Since its inception, Ha 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 Productions has produced many successful plays, with Hott Mouth Granny being one of them. She is also very well known for her work in the radio world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, under the sound of my voice and the view of our faces, I present to you Auntie Nikki.
Hello so much. How are you? Love to everybody locked on, and
nice
to be here.
Okay, I already seen, I think it's Valina saying hi, Valina.
Hi,
10 purple notes, Valina. 10 purple notes. 10 purple ones. All right? Yes. So bring them in. Right? So, Auntie Nikki, of course, we're grateful to have you here. Finally, we've been seeing you passing through the comments every day. We seen Auntie Nikki say something. Auntie Nikki soaking up. Auntie Nikki, they are no.
I'm trying to support the ladies, but I was telling you about time difference, and I keep missing some of them.
Well, you catch the most. You catch the most of them. Right? So, wherever you miss, you will catch back. Right? Okay. But we're so happy that we could actually be with you here this afternoon and talk to you and get to know more. So, Auntie Nikki, let me first ask you this question, because I never get to ask it. I don't know if anybody ever asked it.
You asked away, Dexter.
The same question I asked Auntie Penny yesterday. What was it like, that first moment when you woke up on the stage? What led to that, and what was it like when the first time you walk on a stage to go and say, okay, all right, we have to make these people laugh and think, and breathe, Nikki, breathe. What What's that first time like? When
All
was
right.
it and what was it like?
Okay, so the first time I was on stage professionally, I was hired by Frank Martino, Spectacular Promotions. He
Right.
was having his first ever Caribbean Comedy Festival. It was the first one, and he
Mm-hmm.
invited me. You know, he said you have 7 minutes to perform, and I thought, okay, I could do this. I could do this. I was under my correct name at the time, which was Nicole Nathaniel Crosby was my mother's maiden name. So I
Okay,
was
okay.
introduced as Nicole Nathaniel. Now, this wasn't an ordinary first performance. This was 17,000 people in the stadium. Okay?
Wait, just now.
17,000 people was my
Your
first performance.
your first performance wasn't inside a little room with about 14 people.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Your first appearance on a stage was with over 10,000 people in a big open space.
17,000 people. It was quoted by the newspaper. And I remember just being backstage. And you know what it is like when people come in the stadium, just everybody. And I'm just seeing these people, and it wouldn't stop, and it wouldn't stop. And I remember saying, you know what? These people don't know me. I'll either, after these 7 minutes, they will either know me or they won't.
All right.
Simple. You will remember
So
me.
simple.
Then,
Any nervousness and everything.
oh, wait, it had this Grenadian comedian in front of me. So they say,
Mm.
you're on after the Grenadian fella. I said, no problem. And while he's performing, I'm backstage getting ready. And Trinidad and Tobago decide to boo the man. 17,000 people booing is not an easy boo to get.
I could imagine how that song. That wouldn't sound nice. That would sound like
And
a hurricane.
so I laugh when you ask me about it because I had a roller coaster of emotions, and they booed him, they booed him, they booed him. I say, oh my gosh, this is my first performance. They introduced me as Nicole Nathaniel, and you know you get a little clap because nobody know you're first woman doing it. And I made an impression in my 7 minutes, and I came off, and that was my first performance. You know, I got an amazing reception because coming after somebody who gets booed, you literally have to dig yourself out the hole.
Yeah, yeah.
The audience vexed.
17,000 people.
Yeah, that
So
was
then,
my
so
first
then,
performance.
all right. So is it that you grew up always making people laugh and telling stories and that kind of thing,
I was
right?
a class
And
clown. I was
Mhm.
my mom always said that at 3 years old I was imitating Granny and all of that already.
Wow, at 3 years old.
Yeah. So I think that yeah, it was in me. I was a class clown always, and the thing is, I never used to get in trouble because when Miss would be on the board writing, of course, I'd make the jokes, make the whole class laugh, and she would turn around, and I'm the only serious one. So you know, I would never get in trouble.
That is a skill, you know, Nikki. That is a
Yeah.
skill. That is a
And
skill,
everybody be
girl.
killing themselves laughing, and she'd go, "Who is it?" And my face straight. I was. But of course, I was one that always got Nikki could do so much better if she talks less. Nikki could talk a different
Yeah,
class.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was
That's
one
something
of them.
familiar to me too. It's something familiar.
But
Wow.
I always use this line now that the same people that told me I talk too much are the same ones now have to pay to come and see me talk too much.
Listen, I remember I asked AP to send us Auntie AP that same question. What are they saying now? You know, I was well, Nikki was always a brilliant child.
My teacher said, Nikki, I couldn't imagine you doing anything else.
Yeah, good. Good. You see Lana Land saying good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Auntie Nikki, blessings, darling.
Hi.
Prayers, positive Hood Smith says good day. Right, so we have a lot of people coming in. I know Felina Bolin, wow, the fact that your first performance was in front of 17,000 people.
Yeah, I'm not
You
normal.
know?
My life is not normal. I mean, I broke my ankle 2 weeks before I got married. You know, I'm not normal.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing you doing a show in crutches and limping.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
why this lady not resting? So, all right. So, as you bring up that, tell us therefore then, because I mean, I had this question for later on, but you say your life not normal, you know, and you have had so many challenges in your life, Auntie Nikki. I remember a lot of people in here probably remember when you did the video after the incident on the highway you know, and these different things. And then a lot of there's a newspaper article in the news talking about the you know, your health challenges and things like that. Auntie Nikki, what keeps you so resilient? You still making people laugh. You know, you still, anytime you say Nikki, like my son, every time you see you on the TV, what? With Granny and the so I mean, what keeps you going? What keeps you going? What keeps you wanting to make people laugh and impact lives like that? How come you and hang up the hat and say I fed up and I finish?
Um, you know, it's true. I've had some real things happen to me that could fold you, you know, and everybody knows about it because, as Auntie Penny said yesterday, our lives are like an open book. You know, you can't be in Trinidad and trying to hide things.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a gun to my head. I've been sexually assaulted. I mean, I went Venice. It's not even a Trini thing. When I went Venice a few years ago, I was literally attacked by two men. And there's always a part of you that wants to fall up, you know, and hide in a corner and just bring the covers over you. And there are days like that. But I guess that, you know, it kind of goes back to this book. We all have that warrior spirit in us. I just didn't know there was a word for it, Virago.
Yes, you
but
discovered that. Yeah.
I discovered that, you know, there's a saying, I don't know who is the first person that said it, but I heard it from Denzel Washington. And I talk to the kids all the time, and they say, when you fall down 7 times, you get up 8. And I think it's as simple as that. Every time you fall down, you have to get back up. You have to. It's just the spirit in you that moves you. Hey, you get up, you do what you gotta do, and you move on.
So was there ever that one time you fall, let's say right now and not getting back up, you know, and not
Yeah,
getting back
yeah.
up, leave me alone.
Yeah. I've been having, as I told you, my brother died 2 weeks ago, and I've been feeling like that. I think it was maybe not being home, you know, watching him online, funeral, those kind of things where you want that kind of human touch, you know, watching my
Wow.
family on the Zoom. It wasn't the same as actually being in the same room and grieving and hugging. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been there, you know, and this interview kind of made me, okay, babe, put on a little,
Yeah.
lipstick and get ready to talk to Dexter. But you know, is another challenge in life. You know, we all have to go through death and losing family members and stuff. And
Yeah.
we all have dark moments, whatever it is. But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. We just have to
Yeah.
take a little longer to find the light, but there's always that light that gives you the encouragement to get up, go shower, do what you have to do.
Well, Auntie Nikki, I know I am not the only person, but there are a lot of people in here, and there's a love we have for you. We love you bad. And
I love my
I am
people.
so grateful that you were always able to, you know, get back up and come back and go again. You know, we
Yeah.
have Caroline coming in there, and she is saying condolences to you, of course, as you had
Thank you,
mentioned. You know,
Caroline.
the passing of your brother and everything. You know, and even as I think about it, you know, you're a person, you're popular, you're famous, you're well known. And when you're in that spotlight, even when you don't want the spotlight on you, it is on you. So you're
Yes.
going outside to put out a rubbish. Oh, look, Nikki, I could get a
Yeah.
picture, sign this.
And we don't
How
hold back. We Trinis don't hold back.
yeah, we do exactly. So how were you able over the years to grow into handling that kind of spotlight? You know, everywhere you go, you're going to go, she Nikki, you know, I like when you think you could say this for me. Look, my
Yeah.
son, how
Yeah.
you handle that kind of spotlight, you
Um,
know,
I
going
like
through
the
life.
word you use, grow, because when you're a creative person and you have all this stuff to do and be on stage, you never really think of that. Like now, I think this TikTok generation, you know, they everybody wants fame. You know, they want it. There are many people
Yes.
who get into it for the fame. And
Yes.
from the creative point of view, I never thought about the fame of it. I just wanted to express myself. Um, and then as time went on, I think the Dana Jub Jub
Yeah,
had
boy.
something to do with it.
You
Um,
jump your face. Look
they've
at
been
that
on
jump
to
your
yes.
face.
People come up to me and say, Nikki, you get fat. And no, I've grown. Those ads are old. So it's a blessing. Eventually, I saw it as a blessing because I have no private life. Whatever vice I have to do behind closed doors because children I was watching, and being a mentor is work. It's not just doing what you want. Children look up to you, and so I realized I had work to do. I have God's work to do because when I say God, let me tell you why. This talent I have, I can't buy it anywhere. Nobody else can buy it. This God has blessed me with this big mouth.
Yeah, I never saw it on Amazon for any good price.
Exactly. So I've come to the spiritual understanding that I have work to do. So when people come to your decks, and there's no showing off thing. People have came to me, 3 people at least, and told me I saved their lives. And
wow.
Those are deep things. Those are things that affect you. I mean, I remember seeing this woman in Trin City Mall. She was there with her husband and son, and she just came up to me and hugged me. And she was in a car accident and broke her back, and months of just sitting in bed. And she used to, those days on the promenade, she used to watch me every morning. And then I had this man who was burnt in Toronto. He was literally burnt, and his family used to send him in those days copies of me on the promenade. And 3 years after, he came and found me, and he said, I saved his life. I would keep him knowing that he had something to look forward to every day. And so you kind of know that's when you're doing God's work. And I started to take it really seriously. I do. And that's why I work so much with children. I guess I will always be, as you say, a starving artist because I do so much just out of knowing that I have work to do. And it's spiritual work and doing God's work to bring a smile to somebody's face when we do a production. And even if a man is abusing his wife, hopefully when he goes home he's in a good mood. And that's how deep we go with how we intend to touch people and reach out to them. So for me is God's work, and with it comes all with the whole package. No
different benefits.
Yeah, I remember one time I was arguing with my husband in the car, and we vexed, and I went verge of tears, and all I hear is knock, knock, knock. When I look around in the car, this little old lady, Nikki, that is you, and so that's our life is an open book, and I have no regrets. I have no regrets.
Wow. So tell us then, at what moment in your life you recognize that this is going to be my life? This is going to be me. My life is a literal stage. I'm going to be a comedian full time. I'm going to be a theater person full time. You do a degree in psychology and marketing, yet still, I mean, you're on the stage right through. Where is the degree? You understand? So tell us at what point, what moment it was you realized this is going to be me for the rest of my life?
I had a good job, when I came back from Canada. And the point of this is to let your children follow their passions, I remember my mother asking me what you wanted to be, and I told her, I want to be the female Tommy Joseph.
Wow, you said that.
I said that.
You said that as a child.
I want to be the female Tommy Joseph. My mother said, look, you're going in your room and study your maths.
Wow, this is cool. Yeah.
I was sent off to Canada to study. That's when I did business and marketing. And I came back to Trinidad, and I worked with Holiday and at the time and Rent to Kill. And there was just this desire for me to hit the stage. And then Rent to Kill was retrenching. I was the first in line. Yep, you're retrenching.
Yeah.
And I collected my check and just said, I told my mother the day I had to borrow $20 from her, I'd go back and get an 8 or 4 job. I promised her that. And now I think my mother owing me money. Yeah? I think she owed me money. So that was it. I just went after my passion, and it's something I teach children. Go after your passion. I heard you say it too, Dexter. You never work a day in your life if you're doing what you love.
We love.
And that is something I preach. Go after what you're passionate about, and everything else falls into place. The money comes, the food comes, but the passion and how you feel good about what you're doing is priceless.
So tell us now what is one thing if we hear from you today. I asked Penny this yesterday too. What is before I ask you that, tell me this. Where's your pet peeve? Where's your pet peeve? Where you really can't stand in the midst of everything?
Well, COVID kind of helped out. I could, when my pet peeve is washing our hands. Men go to the bathroom, they wash their hands and kind of thing. Wash
Yeah,
your hands. And then COVID came and I have to wash your
fix
hands.
that. All right, yeah. I have a story I could tell you about that. But I'll tell you that after the live. But,
One time I stood up in a tri party and I was just waiting on my sister and I was just kind of outside the mail room and I realized nobody was washing their hand. All them men was doing their thing and no man was washing their hand. I said, but nobody has washed their hand after going to take a little pee. And so COVID kind of helped.
yeah. That is law now. That is law.
Yeah, law.
If you don't wash your hand, you can get locked up.
Exactly.
But so now tell us then, where's one thing? If what is one thing you think you could say today that would surprise the whole of Trinidad? That I never know Nikki could have, or I never know Nikki had, or I didn't think that Nikki could have ever. Where's something that might surprise us if we hear about you today?
Oh, what's that? I heard that Penny yesterday. I said, what? I hope you don't answer that.
Well, you can't get away. Only like this, so only tight, so.
What does the world does? There's a people see us as entertainers and me loud and etc. But I love my quiet moments. I love being still and quiet and just being in my own zone.
Okay.
And I guess that's when I get my creative juices. But and that's kind of why I did this move too, just to kind of find back myself, spend some quiet time away from all the noise and all because there's so much noise now, social media,
yes, agreed.
Everybody's shouting now, everybody has an opinion, everybody vex, everybody, and even as comedians, when we look what happened with Dave Chappelle, it's so touchy now. There was a time where we had a kind of creative license where we could say what we want under the creative license, we are comedian. But it for me is that quiet time, and many people may not think that. Many people might, because people always ask my husband, what is this living like with Nikki boy? She'd be telling jokes all day,
Yeah, people actually, a few people actually ask my wife the same question, like, "Oh, you just handle Dexter, boy?" What? We have the moments where, and I like the fact that you talk about, you must have the moment away from everything where you could regroup and come back. I mean, oh gosh, if we know the Bible, Jesus went in the wilderness for 40 days. Take some time.
Well, I hear about 60 already, so.
Right.
Soon.
So yeah, I'm glad that you and I know I asked you if it would surprise, but I kind of not surprised because I know that it is necessary for somebody like yourself to have the moments away from all the noise, because wherever you go, people laughing, people calling your name, you had interviews, so it's always good to know that people like you could have that kind of quiet time. And I'm looking at comments, of course, I can't leave out my people. Lana Lan saying, my mom always said that to me. When you love what you do, it's no longer a job. It becomes a career. And I like that, a job versus career. Sometimes we just kind of mix up. If we're using this definition, we might mix up the two, but when you love it, like Auntie Nikki, it becomes your career. And then is it life? Yeah, Nikki is comedy is Nikki. Nikki is Auntie Nikki. Nikki is Hott Mouth Granny. Right? We have Vonette Bigfoot saying, we love you, Nix.
I love Vonette.
We miss you in this space. Don't worry, she coming back and fill the space just now. We care nobody. All right, so Auntie Nikki, Michelle comes to you and says, I want to do a book.
But that didn't surprise me. I mean, she's an awesome author, and she and I always talking about books. We are talking about me writing a children's book, and I went to her and she says, "Oh, Nikki, you'd be awesome," because she wrote one, and I'm like, it's on my to-do list. And she says, "Nikki, just do it, And so when she came to me, I'm sure you know the story. Right now, we in the morning talking, and she came and said, "But that's an awesome idea. And she said, you think? I said, yeah, we could ask different women and we started to talk about the women, etc. And of course, Penny, a big part of it. So I was, believe it or not, I had trouble writing. I study best under pressure. Like the day before exam is when I'm studying. Leave me alone. I'm studying for 24 hours. I go in, I get an A, and I'm done.
And you
That's
finish.
how I, right.
Wow.
So,
Okay. I wish I had that skill. A lot of us wish we had that skill.
A lot in the back of my mind, I know I have the chapter to write. She said, Nick, just write. All right. I chose to write on women who can't have children. And that has been my battle with endometriosis. And it's a very painful thing. And it was either Penny or Bill that told me, Nikki, write it, or you would write a monologue. You've written plays, you've written monologues. Why is this so different? And okay, so maybe I had this thing on authors write a certain way. But I just, be Nikki. And it, even with such a serious topic, I wanted it to be light and funny. And that's what came out. The name of my chapter is called Cinderella My Foot. I wish I could, yeah. And it basically kind of tells you a story that, we've all been taught as little girls to the Cinderella story.
I can't see it being named anything else coming from you, Auntie Nikki. And from the time I open the chapter, I might hear the words before I read it.
Yeah,
Cinderella
my foot. The way you have to say it, Cinderella my foot.
Cinderella, right. Yeah, only get at it. Right. Good.
So Cinderella had her story, and every woman has their own story. And as girls, we're taught that this prince will come in on a horse and he will rescue us. Our lives will be perfect. We'll have 2.5 children, picket fence, and that's really not the life story of most women. So that was me touching on amazing women who can't have children. My chapter.
But no, you say that now. Obviously, I'm a young man. So I wasn't taught about how a young woman would be raised, but is it really that? Was it really that, you all were taught to wait for your Prince Charming, and when he come and you have a good job and you mind him and he mind you and you cook for him? Was that really how it went? Was that the narrative?
It is Cinderella's story, and this is it. When we read the story from 2-3 years old, there's a story that all children know. There's a story we're all taught, and we're taught that. Times have changed. Yes, if I'm bringing up a girl child, I'm going to teach her to be independent, etc. The world has changed.
Yeah.
And as you said, who taking care? Who long time was woman home and man bringing home the bacon, right? But now with inflation, everybody have to bring home the bacon.
Everybody, everybody bringing home something.
But it's such a staple we've been kind of brainwashed with in terms of all the Prince Charming stories, and sometimes the prince is not so charming, and so we have to teach our girls and our young women to write their own story, write your own story. And that's what I love about Virago. It's a little piece of all these women, and hopefully, and you asked that question, yes, I wish men could read it too, to get inside.
I'm going to ask you what you think, if you would recommend this book.
Yeah. I think, just as simple, just basing it on my chapter, as a woman who always wanted to have children, who always thought growing up, you never hear this story. Well, you might grow up and do have children. You never hear that story. You always hear the story of Cinderella and how beautiful she was and how everything would be perfect. So this is why I thought it was very important to write this chapter, so other women know that you're not alone, and then men now can understand what a woman not having children, what she goes through, and that kind of alone feeling, etc. Because many times men don't understand some of the issues we women have.
Yes,
so
I think Auntie Penny was saying that yesterday too. That but when we read the book, we will be able to understand how women think.
Yes.
And I, even listener, you see, I hold in my head. I sit down here for the last 10 days, and each woman has poured something into me. So I could imagine all who looking on here and you're just receiving, and I sit down in my room, all long in my good room. You have a saying when I was going, school you all I feel it don't more gurunk
The gurus.
in your gurunk, if you're in your stuff because is it coming from your heart and it coming from your life. Is like you pouring from your DNA, if you want to call it that, into people. And it's such an interesting and amazing thing. Looking at the comments, of course, Patricia Batiste comment and saying, "We love you, Nikki. You are a fun person." And then I have my co-worker coming in again, Leanne Jolie, saying, "Such a fitting title, Cinderella my foot."
Yeah.
Right? And then, of course, Rachel Spring. We have some people have been here with us for the last few days. Miss Dave, the Miss Ade, then Miss Much, and they come in regular. All right, so we're grateful for all of them. And of course, Auntie Nikki, we are grateful for you. Can we look forward for more writing from you of this nature?
Yeah.
All right, good.
I told Michelle something was born from this. I enjoyed it so much writing. Actually, Penny and I are working on a play right now called Cinderella My Foot.
Okay.
And so it has inspired so much this book. Because when I finished the chapter, I told Misha, I said, Mish, this is just a start, and Cinderella My Foot have to expand. And so Penny and I are now writing a play to perform outside. That has always been my dream.
You wanna put out an ad for anybody who wanna play Prince Charming?
Well, we have Rodi. Rodi is going to be our Prince Charming.
Right, yeah, that is the greatest Prince Charming you could find.
Right, so the three of us are going to hit this stage, and that's has always been my dream, to take Caribbean theater to our diaspora, because for years I've been here, and when are you going to come and do something for us? So now that I'm in the US, that's my intention and my focus.
Right, good. So,
and sell plenty Virago books.
Yeah, well, I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again today. Virago is going to be a bestseller. So I don't want to miss this, people. The launch is tomorrow, please God. There was once upon a time, some days ago, I was saying the launch is on the 21st of November.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the 21st of November, right? So we're going on in the mall tomorrow. You're wearing purple, everything purple. Your lipstick purple, your earring purple, your shoes purple, your money purple, everything purple tomorrow, please God. We're going down to support Michelle Burrell and all these ladies for the Virago Warrior Woman Butterfly series. Auntie Nikki, at this point, I want to give you the opportunity. Hey, look, Auntie Penny Pashu, she said, my friend is her boss.
Hey,
right, we have Carla Lewis saying, Auntie Nikki, I love you. Carla is super proud of you, Rodi. AMD Jaiga and Jaiga. Right, yeah. So super proud. Oh gosh, listen, everybody love you, Nikki. And that's what I wanted to say earlier.
I don't think the bank love me so much, or late on a payment, but everybody.
You didn't do an exclusive show in the bank. You need to do an exclusive show in the bank.
Just in the bank.
And they will express their love to you. But I just wanted to say that to you, Nikki. One thing I always learn in life, they are always more for you than against you, and I just wanted to know that. And you said some things that kind of it hit me. I mean, I remember it when it not happened, but when you say it just now, I get reminded again. Oh gosh, that gun pointing in Venice, I heard about that. And these people don't know what they do. They don't know who they come up against. And a lot of us saying it in the comments, and I mean, Trinidad love you. We love you bad, and they always have more for you than against you. And I thank God that you're alive to tell all your stories. I mean, we could have heard a different story, in terms of you battling with your different your health challenges, going through these different traumatic experiences, and here you are still able to make people laugh, have a smile on your face, and thousands of people saying we love you, Auntie Nikki. So we just want to reiterate that.
I want to say thank you to our sponsors who we love. I mean, sponsors are something that they don't know how much they can really contribute and really have movements like this. So we thank KFC, Extra Foods, Medical Associates, Trin City Mall, Nexus Advertising, and GMGT Live. And of course, you guys, oh my God, this has been amazing. Nales, thank you so much. I am going to write a book just so I can do a next interview thing with Dexter.
Well, listen, I ready, just say the word, tell me your color. Michelle's color is purple. You tell me your color. I go and find the cloth and organize
the awesome.
Right? And I know you said thank you to the sponsors. Oh gosh, let me pour out your lover. You see Roxanne saying wonderful interview. Good afternoon. right? I saw Siobhan Joseph saying abundant
Roxana's one of those
blessings.
people that was there when I started, like kicked off my career.
Right.
She
Okay.
was
Okay. And
always there.
right. So my wife people not me. See me look at my wife people not me here.
Yeah, she watching so.
Yeah, I don't come and let them see it.
Yeah, we
Nikki,
never see the wife. Let me see the
all
wife
you never
first. That's
listen.
right.
I
Hi.
think
Hi, Nikki.
I got people
I think I
singing
know
live on
her.
Facebook.
I know
Eh?
you. I know her.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yeah. Say yes, Nikki. All
Bye.
right. So Anthony, Nikki, tell me, you have anybody you personally want to say thank you to? 'Cause you mentioned her name just now. Who's been there with you from? Who is your day one? I know. Who was it? Who was it? I think it was Sarah that mentioned the high five. You know, you have your best five friends, you know, but who are those people you want to say personal thanks to over the years and throughout your writing of the book and everything?
Um, well, Penelope Spencer, she's been my rock. I mean, Mairoon Ali, she and I, we used to call ourselves the original PNM, Penny, Nikki, Mairoon. And
For real. Mairoon
you
was
the
my teacher in
original.
school, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you know, when Mairoon passed away, we took us years to kind of catch ourselves, you know. So Penny definitely my sister, my love. Errol Fabian was one of those that was there from earlies. Also
Okay.
held my hand, you know. Sprang along. Oh my gosh, what can I say? What sprang along? He was a big brother to me when I first started. I mean, being the first female doing this, it wasn't easy, but those are the kind of people that kind of held your hand and embraced you and really took care of you.
Yes.
We also talk about Tony Hall. I mean, Tony Hall, I always say thanks to him for Granny. He was the director of Granny, and is, you know, people think Granny is just putting on a wig and a dress and she good, you know,
Mm.
but
Nah,
with
Granny's
Tony
plenty.
Hall, yeah, he found Granny, and that's why I make it look so easy because
Mhm.
of people like Tony Hall. Tony Hall made me sit down on the promenade and study our senior citizens for 2 weeks. How
Okay
they
then.
walk, how they
All right.
talk, how they smoke. Because this character, when Granny first came, she was a smoker, and you know. So
So the whole thing with the lip on you.
I was just watching people, you know, on this on the thing, and you know they always fixing
Wow.
it. So you have. Mhm.
Okay. I
So
wish my son was here to see you. You would have started laughing. Yeah.
Tony Hall, another person who has also passed is Godfrey Seeley. You know, he was an amazing writer and director and producer. And those are the kind of people you never forget because they're the ones who molded you and helped you along the way and said, yeah, you have talent. Come, let's do this.
Okay.
Oh, God. Raymond Chukong, you know,
Mm,
he
mm.
was all of
Yeah.
our fathers.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
held our hand. He helped me perfect the art of timing and comedy on stage, and so many people you know, contributed to this callaloo called Nikki Crosby. So I am so grateful to
Hallelujah,
all
Nikki
those people, and I
Crosby.
know it could go on because I have more than
Yeah.
five, Sarah, but I have to hold back.
You have a high 10. You know what? Again, and people have just been reminded. Auntie Nikki selected the color purple
Oh, I forgot that. Yes, I thought it was such
for
a
Virago. All right. So
very
if you're
powerful.
buying the book from Auntie Nikki, she will only be accepting purple notes. Okay.
Okay.
But oh gosh, before we go again, you know, I love to pay attention to the people. So we have well, Nick, Michelle was saying that, right? So Michelle was saying that you chose the color. Rachel, okay, yes, thanks Rachel, thanks so much for that. We have Colleen passing through. We have Roxanne again saying hi. She was talking hi wife. All right, Lana saying a lot of love. Purple hearts,
Oh,
purple
purple
hearts.
hearts.
Well, they're
Purple.
coming up right, but it's purple hearts, and you have Auntie AP saying thank you,
Oh,
Nikki.
Auntie
Thank you,
AP.
thank you, thank you. And
Thank you
indeed,
to
let
all
me,
the Virago women. Oh my gosh. Oh, I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
so empowered by them. They're amazing.
Listen, I want to thank God for the blessing of being able to talk to each and every one of you from the top, come all the way down. I mean, it's a
Well, thank
tremendous
you.
experience. Yes, yo, I mean, it's a pleasure, it's a pleasure, it's a pleasure. And when Virago 2 coming out are doing this all over again, right?
Awesome. We don't want nobody else but Dexter, okay?
I
I
come in
live in
at
a
there.
public library.
My feet are planted and not moving, right? So, Auntie Nikki, again, we want to say thank you so much for giving us you, not just for now, but I mean, over the years, for being who you have been to us and rising up and now putting it into a book for us to see how you did it. And also, on behalf of Nalis, on behalf of my supervisors, my co-workers, my superiors, everybody, we saying thank you so very, very much. Really wanted you to be there tomorrow, please God. I wanted to sit down next to you, but I had to
sign a copy for you.
Yeah, I'll have to settle for this and sign copy. So thank you so much. What's your closing remarks? Something you want to leave with the people,
What I'm leaving with the people, boy, tomorrow is going to be amazing. Order your copies. I think they're going to make excellent Christmas gifts. So put it on your list. It's not that expensive. To any woman you want to inspire. I think it's a great couples book too. Is a nice coffee table because the artwork is amazing.
Yes.
And I just think everything about the book is just awesome and blessed.
And I mean, the ideas, there's a whole lot of ideas that came together and just made a masterpiece.
And they say women can work together.
Well, here now, already bumped that statement flat down to the ground. Right? So,
and 15 powerful women, and not just, everybody talking.
15 women. All right, so listen, people, you don't want to miss this. The launch is I looking for. Hey, my phone case purple, So
it's inside.
I looking forward to this launch tomorrow. Please go, guys. It's 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at Trinity Mall. We will be right in the auditorium opposite Charon's bookstore, right in the center there. So you don't want to miss it. And we're not sticking to Trinidad. This book will also be launching in New York on the 9th of December, as well as in Miami on the 14th of December. And you could also look out for the Barbados Phoenix edition of this book. Is non-stop. I tell you all that this book is going to be a bestseller. You can also get it on Amazon for the nice price of $30 US. All right, so I mean, listen, you don't have any excuse. Nah. You're getting it if you fly out, you're getting it if you stay here, if you feel to buy, if you're leaving your house, you could get your copy. So people,
and buy it and send for people too.
Nice. And I saw that I believe the first 15 copies will be signed tomorrow, please God. Right? First 15 to purchase will get their books signed. All right, so I mean, listen, come and get your book and show off. You get the signature, you get the first, you get the blessings of the releases. All right? So guys, this has been...
Thank you. We really mean it. I don't know if we've thanked you enough, but thank you so much. What I want to thank you is you gave of yourself to your personality. I was excited to talk to you. You don't usually be excited for you. I'm like, woo, today I'm talking to Dexter. Woo.
Listen, God knows how much I've been looking forward to each and every one of them. When I hear Auntie Nikki, I throw my hands in the air and I say, all right. All right. So, and Michelle good too. Michelle wait until today to let me know it's Nikki. I say, oh, God. All right, so people, listen, this has been tremendous. It has been a pleasure and a treasure. We want to thank each and every person who is viewing live now and who is watching the replay. We want to thank you for clicking and watching. Remember to share this. Remember to be, if you missed the launch, buy the book. You know the price. Buy the book, support. All right, we want to thank each and every person. Keep your devices charged. We're back tomorrow, please God. Same time, same place, right here. We're going to meet another Virago, and then we're heading down to Trinity Mall for the launch.
Yes.
Auntie Nikki, thank you so much. We love you. I will do that. When you wake up, I will. See you tomorrow. Please, God, people, enjoy your afternoon. Love you all. Stay safe. Sanitize. Wash your hands. Don't get Auntie Nikki vex. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
See you later tomorrow.